Now, trade is also, I noticed trade is also going to be part of the agenda, especially ACP-EU trade. And ACP-EU trade is really framed within the economic partnership agreements. And recently, within the last couple of years, Seychelles has signed an interim EPA with, along with Madagascar, Mauritius, and Zimbabwe. How is that developing? And what kind of benefits do you expect from this agreement, or challenges also?
It was crucial for us to have the IEPA in 2007, because nearing the end of 2007, when the old regime was coming to an end, there were uncertainties with what was going to happen, whether it was going to disrupt trade or not. And there was a need for an interim arrangement to come into place. And I think we need, I would like to congratulate and thank the EU for having come up with the Regulation 1528, which has helped us. It has saved our economy, which relies significantly on fisheries. And our main export partner is the European Union. 90% of our exports are to the European market. So therefore, the IEPA for us was very important. In fact, I had the pleasure and the honor of actually signing the IEPA, and I felt those moments as, I felt what the industry in Seychelles was feeling, the position that the government was in. There would have been catastrophic consequences had we not, as a country, together with our other neighbors in the ESA region, signed the IEPA. Now, of course, there are certain issues with the IEPA, but this, for me, these are issues which are secondary because the economy itself has been saved. Now, what are the issues? One of the issues is the need for us to sign customs administration agreements with other countries with which we want to accumulate in order for us to qualify under the rules of order. We as a country may wish to accumulate with a third party, but that third party may not necessarily be as keen to accumulate with us. Hence, they may not see the intense need to negotiate and to finalize a customs cooperation agreement with us. So this is one of the issues that we have with it. It took a while as well for us to have a development fund as well, start to come into operation. But we are very happy now that there are some funds which have been allocated, and that is going to happen now. So these are issues that we have to live with, as I was saying, and we hope that with the full negotiation of economic partnership agreement, we will be able to make some inroads into some of these issues.
Some ACP countries are facing a lot of fear, maybe amongst civil society, for example, among some of the public, about signing the EPAs, that they're feeling pressured to enter into a free market type of regime. What would you have to share with them, or share about your experience with the EPA?
I think it very much depends on each country, really. Seychelles signed it because we realized that had we not signed it, we would be in a vacuum. The other countries do not feel this deep need to do so, And I think it is all right for them to feel like it, because if they have everything but arms, which is a scheme which allows them to to penetrate, to get the benefits, basically, of trading with the European Union for almost everything but arms, then for them there is no great need for them to have that scheme replaced by another one, which would require that they open up their markets, obviously, so they can, have sufficient policy space for them to open up as and when they feel like it. So it really depends on the country. They need to, do the economics and make a decision. So I think countries need to be allowed for them to have the space to plan as they wish, and that's how I see it.
Now, in terms of the future of the ACP group, that's also a topic that's been debated a lot recently. What would your vision be of a successful and reformed ACP group? What direction we should go as far as ACP-EU relations?
I would first like to say that I congratulate the working group on the future perspectives of the ACP. They are doing an extremely good job because they are consulting with all countries and all the regions, and what they are formulating basically are the views of our consensus views, basically. That yes, we have to transform the ACP. The ACP of tomorrow cannot be like the ACP of yesterday, which was totally dependent on the EU. We, as I said yesterday in one of my interventions, we have grown, and as we grow, we have to grow wings and should be able to stand more on our own. It doesn't mean that we have to cut our relations of our excellent relations of cooperation with our main partner, the EU. No, I think we need to maintain these relations, improve upon them, put them in a different mode where the ACP will also be able to develop cooperation more within the ACP and amongst the southern countries. There is also a need for us to innovate and see how the Secretariat itself, which runs the ACP, should reshape itself to be able to run a reinvented ACP itself. So I think there is scope for the ACP post-2020. There is, I have found that there is confirmed interest from all the regions yesterday and today we've seen, there is confirmed interest and commitment for the ACP to stay, to remain as a group, as an ACP group. We also found yesterday that there is interest and commitment from the EU side for a collaboration to continue after 2020. So this allays some of the concerns and fears that people may have had about what will happen after 2020.